Hold up. You're now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawcynic.com.
F to the R to the O to the F to the R to the S to the A.
Spell it right.
Can you spell
Fresh Out.
Man,
We can't spell tonight,
They
baby.
call
Hey,
him,
smell tonight is late.
I'm about to call you Iceberg Webby. You on your RESPECTD.
You know what that means?
Yeah.
What's up with y'all, man?
Spell it right.
What's going down?
Man,
Hey,
same
man, we got
ish,
that
different
Bebo
toilet.
P in the building. What's good?
Man, it's Shmoney
Be
gang
bold.
over here, brothers. Y'all already know what it is. It's always Shmoney gang.
Rogan's
bold.
N-word. We got
Rogan's
J
N-word.
Camp in the
Yeah.
building. What's
Man.
good?
What's cracking? What's cracking?
Oh, man.
Man,
Ma-
Bebo
Ma-
Monopoly
Master
rich.
Rogan's N-word?
Bebo Monopoly rich. I see you over here, cuz.
INDEET. You know what that means, man?
Facts.
What did he say? What are you talking about?
Bro, I don't know.
Hey, Hey,
You
man,
got
we had to
your
come
own
in like
car.
late
You
Saturday
got your
night,
own.
man. What's good? Hey, hold on. You got a Stoli the shirt on. I see.
Yeah. Stolen.
Gotta get right, man. Shout out to LB the Podfather, man. I was just with him today. We had some lunch, man. Shout out to LB the Podfather.
Shout out to LBZ.
Champion on the advertisement. You know how we do, man. Getting
Shout out to
that
Champion.
money. Pull out that money, Bebo.
Man, it's crazy how
to pull out that what?
That's money, cuz.
That's Shmoney gang. So,
Yeah,
okay.
let's get it.
man. But shout out to Champion. I know Champion's a sponsor, but it's I'm an 80s baby. But I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? We was giving Champion the boo-boo face in the 80s, man. So they done truly came up. Shout out
Hey,
to
they came.
Champion.
If they on the fresh out, then came up, man. And
They done came up. Slim.
Shout out, hey man, shout out to the hood. USA,
Facts.
man, with the hat.
Facts.
Hey man, we got hats for all the little fresh out
Yeah.
members, man. Man, get your hood hat, man.
Can't
Any
wait
hood
to get my
you want, man,
joint.
put on the hat, man. Come on.
I can
My
never
go.
get my joint.
I'm sending them out tomorrow, man. I'm going to the FedEx store.
Okay.
But anyway, man, got a little late night show. If you're over at your girl's house, man, you can watch it while she's watching something goofy on the television. You can watch us. You know what I'm saying? You can get right with us, man. Fresh Out, you know how we do the podcast, man. Every Wednesday, 9:30, man. J Kemp's in the building. Bebo P, LB the Podfather. You know how we do, man. Iceberg Slim. We gotta give you a little quick show real quick, man.
Hit that sub and like buttons, hit the notification bell and recognize the world's most dangerous podcast is in the building to get this thing jumping and cracking.
For Sugar Dig.
Let's go.
For Sugar Dig.
We're gonna talk about some ladies tonight, man. But first, we gotta kind of get into some little some accolades, man. For hip hop is doing its thing, man. You know how we do. So Fresh Out, we've been in the hip hop community, so we gotta talk about some of the dope little innuendos that you don't really hear about, man. Like the National Recording Registry. Where you gonna hear about that at?
Right.
They every year they put in 25 recordings, man, to preserve it in a registry. So Wu-Tang Clan got their album in, Tribe Called Quest, and also Alicia Keys, shout out to her, and them yams that she got. What's y'all thoughts on songs in A minor from her? Wu got in what they get in? What album they get in? 36 Chambers, they got in. What's your thoughts, man, on Tribe Called Quest, man, got in as well. What's your thoughts just on those legendary, and to me, we're going to bring in Alicia on the hip-hop, you know what I'm saying? She hip-hop. What's your thoughts just on those groups getting in and also Alicia Keys?
Well, I think you said it eloquently. You said legendary.
Yep.
Those were the key words that you said. And
It was.
we all know that Wu-Tang, just to be that deep and to be that consistent, man, like, they icons. I'm not even going to say legendary for Wu. I mean, they icons, and we already know about the great Tribe Called Quest, man, with Q-Tip and the late great Phife Dawg. Yo, I mean, what better hip hop representatives do we have to be brandished, you know what I'm saying, to be etched in history
There you
with
go.
the National Recording Registry as those brothers, man. I mean, I'm happy, man. I mean, I
And the
got a
Tribe
smile
Called
on
Quest
my
album
face.
was a low end theory, by the way.
Oh yeah.
And the thing is, you could have picked 3 Tribe albums to be on their registry
You could have.
easily. And I can even say the same for Wu. You could have picked 2 Wu albums,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying, to be inaugurated in that. And you could have took some solo Wu albums and dropped on there too. So it's only right, man. I mean, this is a win for hip hop. This is a win for real hip hop, for these groups and these individuals to be awarded with this, man. So big up to Wu, big up to Tribe. My heart is smiling. R.I.P. Fife, R.I.P.
Funky
ODB.
Diabetic.
Y'all were definitely a big part of that too. So y'all, all y'all deserve that. The flowers that you're getting right now, man. Salute.
Absolutely. Salute. J Camp said it so eloquently. In addition to Iceberg, you're talking about legacy artists and legacy groups. The body works that got inducted into the National Recording Registry is well deserved. Those are classic albums, or at least critically acclaimed. Depending on your perspective, of course, but in my opinion, and I'm sure the panels here, I mean, classic albums, classic artists. And again, I want to extend or echo the same sentiments in regards to, condolences with much love in regards to ODB and, the funky diabetic himself, Fife Dog, that those were integral legacy artists that contributed to legacy groups and in their respective rights. So, peace to the Wu-Tang in the 36 Chambers album. I do agree that the Wu-Tang Forever album does deserve to be inducted in there as well.
Man,
classic.
Maybe at a later time, who knows? But that double album is one of the best.
It's one of the best albums ever, bro.
Yep, along with
if you don't have it on your Spotify, Apple Music, go put it on your playlist right now, man. Come on.
Like I'm telling you, like that's one of the best albums ever. To be a double disc album.
Yep,
crazy. What was it on there, Bebo? Like about 26 tracks total.
RZA in his prime, man.
Yep. Oh yeah,
bro.
The elements. Yeah. Oh, and J Camp was right. At least maybe the first 3 or so Tribe
albums.
Yeah.
Easy.
And let's not leave out Alicia Keys. You know what I'm saying? That song's an
yeah.
Oh man. Nobody else was singing with a soulful disposition while showing her expertise on the keys in the hip hop space. So, I mean, just legacy artists that are well deserving of such an honor. So shout out shout out to them.
Hey man, who would y'all love to see like next year? Like what's it like an album or artist, man, that you think, and of course this is the thing, we do it every episode, man, on Wednesday with the Hip Hop Flowers, but what's somebody or an album that you think needs to be enshrined in that registry maybe for next year?
I know I gave my flowers to Black Thought last show, but I would love to see the Roots end up on that registry, man. Would love to see that. I mean, because that was a extremely impactful album, and not to segue into the whole conscious hip hop.
Segue King, I see you, cut.
But that album, man, was really in that era of where conscious hip hop was.
It was
mainstream almost, man. Because that Roots album with, Jill Scott did the hook.
Shout out to Jill too.
But Erykah Badu ended up being in the video, but Jill Scott actually wrote that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, I mean, that again, the Roots is what kind of brought me into that, loving the conscious piece of the conscious element of hip hop. And I think they deserve, man, to be on that next list of artists who get in there on the registry. What say you, Bebo?
Oh man, there's so many. Gosh,
there's a lot. The Roots is like the first one that came to my head.
Definitely deserve it, man. And I want to like segue off of that because the Roots was a group that I've been waiting for the longest time to get their notoriety. That's well
Things Fall Apart was what I was thinking. That was the album.
Yeah.
I was thinking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Classic.
Things Fall Apart album.
Classic.
Yeah. They have a few classics.
They do, because that Illa Death was a Half-Life.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Was tough too, and that came out early, like mid-90s.
Facts.
Oh yeah. If I were to say just some offhand, and this is in no particular order, I would think that I think about some of the latest critically acclaimed or classic albums, which is Common's B. I would like to see that in there. It don't have to be, this year or next year, but at least at some point soon, I would like to see that in there. And Little Brothers. Minstrel Show. Yeah.
I would, and to be funny, I mean, not to be funny, but just for new cats, I was going to actually say they're Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah.
I felt deserves a nod as well.
Right.
Be on that registry, because that album flipped the game.
It did.
On its head.
It really
because
did.
of how well-rounded it was and how real it was. I mean, this dude told a full story about Compton, which we've heard it before, but to hear it from the next generation's perspective, I think it was a critically acclaimed album, man. To hear that story from that generation made us respect that generation more. At least for me, it did. Like how they're coming on that just real tip. Like, he carried the torch. I guess I should put it that way. He carried the torch from what we was hearing with the Illmatics, where Nas took us through that journey with Queens, like, you know what I'm saying, life on the East Coast, all the way through Snoop, through Pac, and then Kendrick kind of grabbed that torch as well. To me, as far as like just where you giving like that life lesson, Jewel. You're talking about that, the biography album.
Right.
Like, that's what that was.
It was
that's what that was.
Sorts.
It was.
I gotta throw in the score from the Fugees. I don't.
Oh man.
Ooh, yeah.
Great one.
That one made it yet to my knowledge.
For some reason, I thought that already made it, but I could be wrong.
I thought it did too, but when I think about it, I don't recall singing. I know Lauryn Hill's album, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, made it, but I don't recall ever.
Maybe that's where I got confused, because Miseducation made it, but the score didn't. And the score is another bonafide classic. Bonafide.
I mean, absolutely. So
from the rooter to the tutor.
And let's be clear, this ain't no Hollywood Walk of Fame where you can buy it and DJ Khaled can get up in here. Let's stop the cap.
Nah, this is beyond platinum. Like, you can't put a medal on these albums we talking about. These are iconic song music that's timeless. You know, if you could make a timeless album, you deserve to be in that.
Oh yeah,
in that category.
Oh yeah. Shoot.
There's more we leaving off too. I mean, it's hard to just.
I don't know that I've seen him up there. Rakim,
Kane.
Hey, Devon's in the building, man. He said that death certificate, man.
Hey, Devon, salute, because that death certificate was that was one of my favorite albums ever. That death certificate.
Death certificate.
It almost is one of them albums that put West Coast on the map. You know what I'm saying? Like one of the stronger. Like, hey, they really here spitting lyrics. You know what I'm saying? And people, the beats is crazy.
And that's when Cube had to remind people, like, how gifted he was lyrically.
Absolutely.
Like his pen game was dumb. Well, it's still dumb now, but just from then though, it was different levels. Like, it's levels to it. Like, Cube was here, a lot of other cats was like here. You know what I'm saying? That's how strong Cube was.
Hey, my thing like this, I want to see Outkast get in there, but which album though, in y'all's opinion?
Shoot, the first.
I like Aquemini to me.
Aquemini, definitely. That's yeah. Of course, it's Southern Playlist of Cadillac Funky Music, no doubt, for the hood.
That's a classic.
But I think
to me,
for the registry, I think that Aquemini.
I felt we got peak Big Boy and peak Andre on Aquemini.
You do.
In they prime, dude.
In they prime.
Straight prime.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's so spot on. I mean, you could go on and on about this, but folks, we're just giving you just a sliver of who deserves to be in that registry.
Yeah, man. And shout out to Wu-Tang, Alicia, all the people who got in before, man. I think Pimp a Butterfly got up in there. It's dope stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All day.
speaking of dope stuff, like we wanted to we was talking about this week, and shout out to Doggy Diamonds, our guy, man. He holds it down. You know what I'm saying? His channel is unmatched on YouTube and on Instagram. Go check out our man Doggy Diamonds, man. We had him on the show, had some issues. We're gonna get back on the show, but he was talking about this week, man. About conscious hip hop music, man, and where it went, and was it actually strategically removed, man, you know what I'm saying, from the hip hop landscape, man. You had all these dope artists, Dead Prez, man, Public Enemy, even NWA it pretty much was conscious. If you want to be 100 about it, they were conscious.
It was definitely conscious.
And you had all these dudes that were speaking about a lot of things, man.
Brand Nubian was conscious.
Yeah, there you go. KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions, man.
Common,
like you could Poor Righteous Teachers. You had all these dudes, but where did they go, man? What happened to all that music? You know, so I just want to holler at y'all, man. What we were talking about this in the group chat, but just want to do this on a Saturday, man. What's your thoughts, man, on the conscious hip hop music? Because now we don't have any balance at all. Everything's crazy. Everything's talking about shoot 'em up, bang, bang, kill somebody, make the money. But where's that conscious rap? Because back in the day, you could, like Doggy said, you could listen to hip hop music and it was like almost a history lesson or a political lesson, and you learn something when you listen to the record. Almost like the last thing I kind of remember of that was like Jay-Z's record on the 444, which was dope. But at the end of the day, we don't have it.
King Disease was basically conscious though too.
Bars, shout out, drop a bomb for that. Yeah,
you know it was. Man, to me, Shiny Suit killed conscious rap. I don't want to say it killed it because that's a strong word. I would say it removed it from mainstream. I put it that way. Shiny Suit removed all that stuff, man, because you have these labels trying to pump cats who they felt like Nelly. They were trying to pump them cats like that out there who they felt represented youth then.
Clear Channel, Viacom, man. Devon's on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically Clear Channel was the ones that was pumping the Nelly type dudes, man. Like if you didn't have the jersey with the Band-Aid on the cheek, basically you had to look like Fab and Nelly. Like
you had to do talking about some silly stuff.
Yeah.
Do my chain hang low, do it wobble to and flow.
And I would say Bow Wow too. Like I kind of put him in that group too of what they was actually trying to push and market. Like it wasn't conscious rap was too wordy. You know what I'm saying? For bubblegum, for what they were trying to push, for what people who they felt actually quote unquote buy music. They were trying to like pump that. You know, we were still getting it here and there sprinkled in. You know, Nas always gonna have some type of conscious element to his albums. We still had Lupe was getting squeezed in there too. You know, he kind of had a wave for a period of time. So conscious rap has always been there. Roots has always kind of, you know what I'm saying, had their own little lane too. So conscious rap has always been there. It just was removed from the main stage because of what Devon said, the Clear Channel wanting to brand the Nelly type dude. And then from the Nelly type dude evolved into like the ASAP crew. You know what I'm saying? Like you had all these different eras of mainstream like push that they were trying to put out there of what they felt that they wanted hip hop to be branded as. Like the look, I'm talking about the physical look and the sound. They had that. It was like whoever was in there doctoring up them documents, who was, you know, who got the funding to push that type of rapper out there. That's what they were doing. But like Devon said, Clear Channel was the main force behind that push.
What do you think
about you, Bebo?
No, I think that's right. That's right on. And as you stated before we went live, this is a loaded question. And you know, I kind of want to throw on like a little Koofy.
It's loaded.
Yeah, it makes me want to throw on a Koofy a little bit.
It does.
You know, I feel like we could go even deeper, even maybe a couple, one or two levels deeper than even what was mentioned here. Because it's like, okay, bet I totally get that. Clear Channel, Jerry Heller, and you know, all the execs, you know, made the move that they did in the capacity that J Camp just laid out. You know? And
I wasn't trying to diss Nelly either. I wasn't trying to diss Nelly.
And we're not dissing nobody, man. We just like talking about, you know, the conscious cats. You know,
I was just saying as far as like timing, like the timing of the Nelly. And I mean, and Fab got bars. So I'm not hating on Fab either. I'm just saying like that, like early 2000s, like Jersey. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Like
in my white
everybody,
tee.
the yep in my white tee, man. That just pushed because that's what they felt that people wanted to hear back then. Like
Right.
nobody wanted to sit down and just listen to Mos Def talk about black being beautiful. Like that was too that wasn't selling. So, but go ahead, Bebo. I didn't mean to steal your. I know you got the kufi on. I want you to keep the kufi on and get deep with them.
Okay. Oh, good looking. I'll put that there. Set right. No. You're spot on, and like you said, we're not trying to, throw any bars at anybody. I didn't take it as that, and I doubt that the audience is either.
No.
I think at the same time, it's like, okay, they went the direction that they went, from the conscious, diggable
UNITY.
UNITY from Queen Latifah and all those cats, man. But it's like, okay, but I think about even a deeper why, like, and oftentimes we do think about it from a business sense. Okay, some people would say it makes business sense to make a shift from conscious to this or conscious to that, and that's understandable. But at the same time, I think about what's going on even today with Elon looking to buy Twitter, and
Yep.
then Twitter
This is why you go to FRSHOUT. Drop
yeah,
a
and
bomb.
Twitter saying basically no, with the poison pill situation. Now, I won't go too deep into that, but basically they're like, no, we don't want this dude to buy Twitter, even though the numbers look fiscally right from a business standpoint. So you got to ask why that's the case, synonymous to this. Well, in that example that I mentioned, there's an argument rather that, that they don't want to incorporate free speech or just something things
Yeah.
along those lines. So
Yeah.
regardless,
I'm
there's
with
a
you.
deeper reason if the numbers look right from a business standpoint there, similar to here, why something is. So in this case, bringing it back here, yeah, it makes some business sense to go a different route with your, I mean, fill in the blank. But I think about the fact that this is designed to negatively impact Black culture.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
And also to keep the black people don't wake up them black folks.
don't wake us up, because if you wake us up, then that we might start thinking more along the lines of maybe a builder mindset, just looking into
Powernomics all day long.
too, right? And I'm not trying to go too deep into that
What-
sector, but
And it's the same thing too, Bebo, that Dave Chappelle was talking about.
right.
Remember how they was trying to like switch up the Dave Chappelle show because he was touching on a
Yeah.
lot of different topics,
Yeah.
man. That
Just like the Boondocks. Boondocks were doing it too. They didn't know.
same thing, same situation.
Anytime we start waking up the black people, man, they like, yo, cut that off.
Pull the plug.
They try to do it when Martin Luther King was doing his speech. They try to cut their mics off. You know what I'm saying?
Anytime a Negro was on or something, yeah, that's when it becomes a problem. So that's why I think they really haven't brought it back at certain periods of time throughout maybe 5 or 10 years or whatnot, because music has a tendency to cycle. It goes.
It does.
And I'm not saying this in any particular order: gangster rap, then conscious rap, then party rap, back to gangster or whatever. Again, not
Shiny suit rap, like Jay Kent was saying.
shiny suit and all that, but it never really, conscious rap never really fully came back. And not even just conscious rap and hip hop, neo soul fits into that category. You don't really have any notable neo soul artists to this day either, as the machine once pushed. So
Fact.
I think that, but you have R&B artists with album titles called Hotels. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. You got your Cardi B's and
Oh man, you preaching.
Hotels.
and it's a denigration of the culture. So I think that's kind of what it boils down. Not kind of, that is what it boils down to, at least in my mind. But I'll take off the tinfoil kufi and hand it back down to one of you brothers in case y'all want to add or subtract from or to what I said.
You know, Slim got you.
Well, I mean, the biggest thing, man, honestly, is if you basically put all the African American FBA blacks in a group, they are the 11th wealthiest country in the world. So that's a lot of buying power. So we want to make sure that we create these pseudo artists, the sweetie, and we give her like some generated record that somebody made for her. And then next thing you know, she can sell McDonald's nuggets. We do the same thing with Megan Thee Stallion. Now she's selling Cheetos and she's selling Popeye's chicken wings and all this other stuff. So they're honestly just making artists to push products now. That's all they're doing. They're making Jack Harlow, which he's actually a good artist. They trying to make him Colonel Sanders.
Right. A pawn.
So it's like, come on, man. Pawn. So just enough to Devon want to go. Devon want to put on the kufi, man. Put on the kufi,
Devon. Me and Devon
Puff actually the same did the whole thing big joint. Remember, he did the whole Big Mac with
we wearing the same shoes right now. I'm trying to tell you, Puff was definitely a big force behind that.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, let's be clear. Half of Puff's money comes from pushing products, not necessarily music, unless he stole the publishing. So we're not going to talk into that. But I mean, he's the generator of, hey, man, making an artist, and then let's slide it over to. But he actually did ownership. I can at least say that, where it benefited him. But now you see all these pseudo artists now. They're literally just making artists just to basically push products now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Correct.
So, but I also feel like, man, like, why doesn't somebody in the industry, if we can see it, if Doggy Diamonds can see it, why doesn't somebody with money put a record label together and put something and do something like Loud Records, for instance? They started off with the Beat Nuts, Alcoholics, Big Pun, Wu-Tang Clan, the Dwellers, Dead Prez. Then it goes into 3-6, Project Pat. You know what I'm saying? And then they go into Gangsta Booze, and then they're going into Crazy Bones, and they're going into more of the the street joints. You know what I'm saying? So, and I get it. It's a profit margin. They're going for what actually sells. Common's not going to sell. Yeah, I want to rhyme like Common Sense, but since I did 5 mil, I'm rapping like Common Sense. So, is it the consumer or is it an agenda, in your opinion? Before we get up out of here,
because you
go ahead.
You could, I was gonna say both, because you can control the consumer if you have a good product.
You can.
So if you got conscious rappers who are dominant, you can still control the consumers. You can sell it. It's just, do you really want to? And I think that's kind of like where I land on it. They just didn't want to. They didn't feel like they didn't feel like it could make, because again, a lot of these labels, they underestimate the listener. I say the same thing with like the school system underestimating kids. Like, kids are smarter than what we give them credit for. I mean, they just are. Same thing with like the listener. Like, if you let young cats hear Mos Def, he's gonna click with a lot of them because he really is talking about the same things. He's just presenting it a different way.
Right.
That's the whole point. Like, you can still be a hood dude and be a conscious rapper and still speak the language, but just your presentation is just different.
Yeah. This is the question right here. Shout out to Devon again.
Sell tours. I think it kind of falls in the same framework or answer that Jay Camp just stated. These industry moguls and executives, if they wanted to, they could push conscious artists out in mass and generate some.
You can put a McDonald's symbol. Yeah. You can put Mos Def on a McDonald's fry box.
You could.
It's still gonna sell.
They just don't want to.
What is the thing? Can the conscious artists sell out arenas?
They doing it now, really. They doing it internationally. Look at the Wu-Tang is selling out soft stadiums internationally. They getting like 120K people selling out. They can do it. Like, again, we underestimate how big these guys' fan bases truly are, because we're so jaded by what we hear today, and we automatically assume that somebody like Talib Kweli don't have no fan base, but that's not necessarily true. When you see Talib pop up at like the House of Blues,
It's packed.
he's selling out. It's packed.
Yep.
It's
I mean, J.
packed.
Cole can sell out of an arena.
Yep.
He's technically, to me, conscious.
Yeah.
But that's because, again, he's got a money machine behind him, so they can go get your local or big arena. Like the Talib dude don't have that. He could sell out of the arena, but he don't have that marketing machine floating it around. But it's funny how him and Most Def though being like Madison Square Garden, New York, and will sell out just off the strength of somebody local. Like you got the local promoter putting them in Madison Square, and they selling out, or they selling out those big Brooklyn block parties that they be doing. They be having like 30, 40,000.
You have Dave Chappelle say, "Hey, here's the ticket. We're gonna do a block party. It's gonna be Most Def, Black Star.
It's gonna be swole, bro.
It's swole up in there,
and
it's gonna be swole.
The documentary called Block Party that Dave Chappelle put out.
Facts.
It was.
Bro, you see people out there now?
Yeah. Yeah. So you guys, I mean, spot on. Now, is every conscious artist going to sell out like that?
No. Not saying all of them. Not saying all of them.
Will sell in high numbers. At least I think if the machine really wanted to put,
if they wanted to, they could. And we're talking about off existing brand, Bebo.
Yeah.
So off the 90s brand.
Right.
They can still sell out because that's when they were being pushed. But they have people like us who've been fans for so long, we would go to it. But they don't have the marketing machine now to promote to young people. Even though there's a lot of younger people who crave for stuff like this. They crave
everybody craves balance, man, at the end of the day, man. We need some balance,
man.
And that's all
and people recognize talent. People recognize talent.
Yeah.
We say
typically.
People?
No, I was just saying, I was agreeing that at the end of the day, you guys are right. Like balance is all that's what we're asking for. In short, is balance. It's not like we are just saying everything needs to be conscious or anything like that.
No,
we don't want that to be the narrative. It's just, again, as Iceberg said, balance is essentially what the people are needing.
Do you see anybody outside of J. Cole and Kendrick that are actually still bringing some conscious rap, or is it more watered down now because nobody wants to get in trouble with what they're saying?
Not from standpoint.
Right. I'm about to say the same thing.
Right. Go ahead, J. Camp.
No, I'm just going to say, I mean, outside of like a couple of guys like Corday, because he is conscious, really.
Yeah.
Hey, man, watch out for Diddy, too, man. Be cool.
Man.
Yeah.
Don't go to no parties over there.
And he's starting to get like a bigger push behind his music, too. So I'm hoping.
Dre said he's dope, too. So if you got Dre still, man, you real.
You are.
Yeah, man. I mean, there are some cats out there, younger, who are conscious, but it's rather they're going to get that machine because they don't talk the language that the machine wants them to speak right now. That's the thing.
I'm over here laughing at J. Camp's like title of Rogan's N-word. I just like read it out the blue.
I mean, that's basically what it applies to this topic today.
Basically,
like, that's basically Rogan would have Migos on his show before he would have.
And I agree with Devon. I think
Thought.
It's more about pushing festivals. It's not pushing music no more. Music is just to get you in the door. The thing is, like, just like J. Kent went to the Vegas joint. Hey, we try and get you to these big ass festivals, man, so we can sell you some hot dogs, merchandise, hotel rooms, restaurants, casino visits if you're in the Vegas joint or whatever. We trying to get you out here to spend that bread.
There you go.
100. That's 100%.
Of it too. Great.
That's 100%.
Yeah. That's why you FRSHOUT. See? Y'all get perspectives like you've never heard before, folks.
It's just crazy, man, the different dynamics between domestic and international. Again, seeing how heavy cats like Wu tour internationally, man. Just how big, like, it's almost like they stuck back in time, like, to where they want the Wus, they want the Black Stars, they want the Tribe Called Quest to perform there versus here. Like there's a demand for it. There's not really a demand for like the Drakes over there like it is for, I mean,
They really like real music, almost like they want real food over there. You can't go to Subway and say that's bread. They're gonna say that's pastry because you got too much sugar in it.
Because think how different hearing a conscious rapper sounds over there. You know what I'm saying?
Way dynamic, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. So when I think of, because even my mind will be blown if I'm only hearing like the native tongue, and the next thing I know, I'm hearing like Black Thought rip over over a band playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? My mind would be blown. And he's talking about some real shit, like some shit that might apply to me in my country.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, anybody who is struggling goes to the same shit. I don't care where you from. Like, I don't care what country you from. Like, struggle is struggle. There is no different type of struggle unless you're from like a war-torn country. Now, that struggle might be different, but struggle at the end of the day is struggle.
Right, and the media narrative plays into the whole thing too because of certain truths that are spoken. So
J Camp, you the segue king with the struggle though. Speaking of struggle, we gotta talk about Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Courtesy of J Camp, man. You know, with the segue. Nicki just surpassed 14 billion streams. This goes back into what we talking about with the conscious moving over to this
crazy
pseudo rap. You know what I'm saying? So I wish we could actually go back in and actually see what the conscious dudes or the old school cats are actually streaming. You know, what they were doing back then when CDs and tapes and all that and radio spins to now this new day and age where they just manufacture what a stream counts for. She surpassed 14 billion digital views, digital streams. That's the first female rapper to get those numbers.
It's off the chain.
But my thing is this a old man get off my grass joint, or am I being true to the game? Is she even in your top 5 female rappers?
No.
Nah, she's not in my top. No.
Overall? No.
No. Now, I'm not saying that she's not.
Shout out to Hip Hop VCR, man, getting it in right now.
Well, see, and that's why I was just about to follow up to Hip Hop VCR. Now she's
hold on. She's in my. Says she's number 1.
She's in my top influencer list. Now, if I say top 5 female rapper influencers of all time, Nicki is there. And let's be clear, Nicki can rap. She can rap. She's a good rhymer, but she's not.
And I heard she can write good too. I heard she can write very well too.
MCs of all time, she's not there. Influencers, yeah, but MCs, nah, bro.
Nah. What y'all think about what Hip Hop VCR said right there though? Off of Kim and Foxy.
I agree with that, but she carried it. She carried the torch though. Right. Like I'm a fan of torchbearers. Like if you can carry the torch and do it better than the previous, I ain't got no beef with that at all. It just means you can do it better. I'm not saying that she's a better rhymer than either of the two. I'm just saying as far as being an influencer, that's proven for what she's doing right now. You can't even cancel Nicki. They tried to. She's uncancelable. That's not a word.
Hey man, this thing and then hey, first of all, we not dissing Nicki. First of all, don't be coming over here with the Nicki gang.
Yeah, she got a lot. Fans. She got a lot of fans, man. I respect
the fans
Nicki.
All day, man.
She just ain't on my Mount Rushmore of female MCs. But you know.
Yeah.
Raw Digger is in my top 5.
100%.
She's in my top 5. Hip-hop VCR.
She got slept on, man. She got slept on. Bebo P, what's up, man? Like, what's
definitely no. In terms of MCs, I mean, there's, but if we're talking about influencers, maybe modern day, yeah, sure. You know, she'd be up there as far as modern day, you know, female rap influencers, but not in terms of overall female MCs. No. What say you though, Iceberg?
Female MCs, female rappers.
I mean, I got Salt
I mean,
above
I
Nicki.
got Foxy in my top 5. I got Kim in my top 5.
Yeah.
Um,
I got Lauryn
I
Hill in
would
my
almost
top
put the
5.
Brat. I would almost put the Brat in my top 5. Maybe
I definitely got Lauren in my top 5.
You're right.
And
Lauren's in the top 5.
Roxanne Shante.
I may put Missy in my top 5 before
she's
Nicki.
not more influential. She's not more influential than Missy. But if I had to build like a Mount Rushmore of influential female rappers, she would be in that list somewhere.
Hip Hop VCR.
I wouldn't have her
why is she
above
number 1 in your
Missy,
list? Hip Hop VCR. But this thing, who's your top 5, J. Kent?
I definitely got Light up there. I got Kim. I got Lauren in there. I've always been like a Bahamadia. Like I'm going like
She got the best
deep.
pro in the game. She got the best
I'm
pro in the game
going
too.
deep in the crates, but I've always been like a Bahamadia fan. And I'm a Rhapsody fan, man. She's crept up there for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah. I mean, she's on my list. Now, I may have to rethink that because I'm freestyling my list right now. So I want to say, like, I haven't had time to like sit down and think about it. So I might have to shuffle some things because I mean there's Queen, she's there too. You know, I might have to shuffle some things, but I'm a fan of Rhapsody. She got bars. And we talking about conscious rappers. Rhapsody's in that same lane too.
Yeah. I definitely say, you know.
And Rod Digger. I forgot to mention Rod Digger, but she's on my list too.
Thank gosh.
Okay, so hold up. Hip Hop VCR saying for Nicki Minaj, it's overall things. I do give her consistency. She's been consistent. I give her that. Yeah. I do like her flow on certain records. Like when she did that record with Kanye on the Friday joints, she killed that. You know what I'm saying? When she's with the right cats, she flows like crazy.
Nicki is not a bad rhymer. I think what does it for me, the reason why I can't put her in my top 5 is because I don't really hear her touch on other topics besides like boss lady talk. I mean, I'm cool with that. Like you can be the coldest boss lady talk rapper ever, but I'm gonna need you to hit some other subjects though. You know what I'm saying? Like Queen, and because they had the boss lady talk, but they also was touching on some subjects that was meaningful to Black people, like overall.
Fact.
And that's what I gotta take. I haven't seen that from her yet. Like I haven't. She's only talking about. It's almost like she took Kim's mantle, she added on to it, but Kim was also on some of them Junior Mafia records where she was speaking on some real ish. Yeah. I have not seen Nicki do that. Like you talk about your coochie too much. Like I mean, you know.
Well, but this is the thing too, man. My thing with Nicki is not necessarily the bars. It's not
the bars.
Stuff she does. It's more the fact that like, hey man, you coming into a male-dominated industry off the back of what Hip Hop VCR said, off the back of Little Kim and Foxy, but you never reached out for to my knowledge, I could be wrong, but she never reached out for a feature. She never paid the homage that she should have paid, in my opinion.
She paid it late.
To me, she could have like built the bridge between Kim, Foxy, and then the Cardi B's, and you move on, whatever, to what we got going on now. Nicki was the bridge, in my opinion. Or she could have been.
And Remy Ma nice too. I want to make sure I give Remy Ma her flowers too, because she can rap too, you know. But
what'd you say about what Hip Hop VCR is saying right now as far about lyrically, rhyme scheme, creativity? I think creativity.
Creativity.
Nicki's number one.
Like when it comes to like delivery, she's there. Like you know what I'm saying? She's there. She has a creative flow. I just feel like her subjects that she touches on don't be creative. Like I don't
Yeah.
get like a real rounded MC from like just from a topic standpoint. Now, granted, she don't really have to, so I get it from that sense, but I have to knock it though because I'm a fan of MCing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm a fan of that. So I have to knock that. I mean, again, if I'm judging you against other MCs, I'm not judging her as being a good. She is a very good rhymer. But when I'm putting you up in the same booth with chicks like Rhapsody, or I should say ladies like Rhapsody, I got to give it to Rhapsody because yes, Rhapsody can rap. You might be able to hit a couple of different notes that Rhapsody can't, but Rhapsody can hit every single subject. She can talk about her ass if she want to.
Ass,
She could,
ass.
but she's hitting other things that's more meaningful for what I want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just giving my personal opinion.
Well, and this is the thing. Don't get me wrong. Nicki came into the game with a lot of hate. People didn't like her when she first came out, man. And then she had the super bass joint, and that kind of brought her into like the, the mainstream or whatever. But to me, I never looked at her as like the grimy New York rapping over a boom bap rapper. That's why it's hard for me to put her in the top 5 because
that's why
I never heard her just bang on a boom bap track, man.
And that's why I said
reach down for them young for like the Rhapsodies, Raw Diggers, and bringing the ladies together the way they should be together.
Right.
And that's why I said well-rounded. Like I haven't heard her on those type of records. You know what I'm saying? Yet. And again, it's not to knock on Nicki. I mean, to me,
we're not hating on Nicki at all. We giving Nicki props.
There's a bunch of there's a bunch of female rappers out in this world, and Nicki is in the upper echelon of some of the best. But that don't mean that she's in my personal top 5.
Well, and this thing when you saw Biggie come out, Biggie came out with a lot of hate, but he connected with Meth. He had Cam. He was schooling Maze. I mean, he was, they had a Junior Mafia joint, obviously Lil Kim. He came into the game doing that. So he's almost like an ambassador. And so to me, I wish Nicki was more of an ambassador for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? And not doing things just because it strategically makes sense. She's almost like a Jay-Z cat as far as making moves, you know what I'm saying? It's all strategic. It's not really like love. And to me, hip hop is all about love and doing it for the music, not necessarily every move is legacy driven. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I was just touching back on like Rhapsody, the Raw Diggers of the world. You can tell for them, it's not really about the bread. Like it was also a love for the, you know what I'm saying, for the art too. But I mean, but again, shout out to Nicki though, man. 14 billion streams is major. And
major records, man.
I don't want her fans to think that we just going in on her. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the bars, man. We love Nicki, man. I think what Hip Hop VCR was saying was like, yo, I'm looking at it from the bars, I'm looking at it from the delivery, I'm looking at it maybe more of like, you coming from
she's got stats like
exactly. You got the stats all day.
We not questioning her stats at all.
Stats, but the thing is, she doesn't have anything that's like any body of work that's really critically acclaimed on that level. Like does Nicki
Minaj win a Grammy type stuff? She doesn't have Grammy music,
right? Well,
she might. Well,
she might. I mean,
but to Devon's point too, in Hip Hop VCR, I mean, I felt she had to adopt the Young Money swag.
I mean, she came in where it was Yepping My White Tee stuff, man. So
that's what they were pitching. That's what they were pitching. But see, I can separate that from her as a rhymer, and I can admit Nicki can rap. Like she can rap. She can rhyme. Like, and that's how I judge MCs. Plus, based off of everything else we've talked about, like what type of records are you on? What type of subjects are you touching? You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be like super conscious for me to say you in my top 5. No, you don't have to be gangster for you to be in my top 5. No, but I need you to hit on a few more notes, versus what you just
I want to know
It's
hip
like
hop VCR. What's your top 5 hip hop VCR,
she
man, on the
has a
female?
lane and she's rolled in that lane her whole career. I just need to see some other movement from her.
She didn't
I'm
have
curious.
any competition when she came out either. So
Drop a bomb, man. She had no competition.
right, not on a female level or whatever.
But I don't think that's her fault either, though. Like
I'm
not gonna knock her on that.
Barbs. It's just pause on the barbs, but no strikes on her for that. It's just we just have to take that into account.
You just doing your due diligence. I feel you.
Right. I think. Yeah, I think what would help is seeing what she does this year, if she does come out.
Okay.
That's a solid list, though.
Solid
Hip hop VCR.
Nicki, Kim, Fox,
That's
Rock.
a solid list.
Is that in order? Hip hop VCR.
Is that in order? Hip hop VCR, by the way.
Even though you only got 4, okay. The 5th one is tough. No,
I put Brat up there too. I put Brat
Brat is in my top 7. I put it that way. If Devon is still on, I'd love to hear his top 5.
Yeah, Devon. Devon, where you at on the top 5, man? By the way,
even if you only got top 3.
and this is what I'm talking about right here, man. This is why we building the community. You know what I'm saying? Devon getting on the hip hop VCR, man. Yes, and by the way, shout out again, hip hop VCR going viral, killing it right now, man. We actually need to get you back on so we can talk about all this stuff, man, and all the success that's going on right now with your joint. So we gotta get you on, man, either next Wednesday or sometime where you're not busy doing all kind of crazy stuff you're doing right now. But this is what we're doing, is connecting real cats, man, with real channels and all that, man. So you know how we get down, man. But and also too, if you're watching this right now live or the replay, go to Hip Hop VCR, get on the channel, but also cop the merch, man, too. Like at the end of the day, man, we got to keep this stuff moving. And it costs money. Go cop a shirt, go cop a disc, do your thing, man, and subscribe. But like I said, did we get Devon's top 5? What was your top 5, Devon?
I don't think he gave it to us.
Yeah, man, we need that. Oh my goodness. I forgot about Lady of Rage because she ain't got that body of work.
I mentioned her.
And I like the Roxanne Shante pick.
I like the
completely.
Yeah.
I completely
my fault for the
forgot
disrespect
about her.
for not even like saying her, man. My fault for the disrespect.
I completely forgot about Roxanne.
Yeah, that's disrespect.
Shante.
My fault. Yeah,
but we do got Lauryn Hill and Light in the top 5 though.
That Georgie Porgy's one of my favorite records, man. MC Light did.
Dude, Light her.
Yeah,
got a real
and like I said, people sleep on the Lauryn joint, man, because she had so much success with the R&B. But she could kill cats on the bars.
Like, on that Score album. To me, she was the best MC on the Score album. let's be always real with that.
Okay, hip hop VCR
he
hit me with the Get Off My Grass joint. That's what I started with, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna just go with straight bars. You know what I'm saying?
I think we're just talking about all overall well-rounded artistry. I'm
going back. Yeah, we're going back to MCing, man. Because I can still, even my nephew can say, hey man, I love MF Doom. He loves KRS-One, and it's just bars, man. At the end of the day, man, they're timeless, man. You know, MC Shan, LL, man, like it's timeless stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? And the females, man, to me now, they have lyrics. It's just most of their lyrics are only directed towards, sexualizing them, themselves or other women.
And that's why I just need to hear more. And all the ladies on Devon's list, they give us more. You know what I'm saying? They give us more stuff. You gotta have more.
Georgie Porgy was about like the whole song. I mean, you gotta listen to the song or whatnot. I can't say it on the YouTube joint. But Georgie Porgy was a crazy song, man. It was like a Brenda Got a Baby record, man.
It was.
Ain't nobody doing stuff like that now.
I expect for MCs to have a bag of music. Like your bag should be deep of, you know what I'm saying? Just things that we can kind of relate to, but also things where we just like, okay, you just kind of going in. Because every once in a while, the MC got a song where they just want to like, you know what? I'm about to be heavy on these bars. I'm about to just go in on this track. But again, Light gives us everything that we need, man.
I think also streaming kind of hurt not only the conscious artists and rappers,
Oh, it did.
but also like real records, because now everybody's just trying to make 30 songs of singles. Let's just make singles and put it out there so we can get all the stream we can. It's like, dude, you still need to have. Where's the album skits? Where's the
classic
song
Drake
that really
album?
needs some stuff? Where's the storytelling at from the women's side? You know what I'm saying?
Everybody trying to make that Drake album or that Meg album.
Everybody's trying to make the club banger.
Yeah.
So,
yep. Shout out to the ladies of hip hop and rap.
Absolutely. If you ain't seen that rap league yet, too, there's some females in there that.
Where y'all put Remy Ma though? Where y'all put Remy at?
Remy Ma's in my. I mean, I got her on my list.
Top 10.
Again, she's in my top 10. I need to figure out my order though. You know what I'm saying? But Remy Ma is definitely. I got Remy Ma in my top 10.
She's up there somewhere too. I don't have like a comprehensive list. I mean, outside of Lauryn Hill being number one, just period. And probably Rod Digger second. But beyond that, I'd have to like organize my thoughts a little bit.
We gotta do an
and
IG
we
post
probably
all
like
the hot female MCs, man.
Yeah.
And like Rod Digger and Light have that same energy. You know what I'm saying? When they was spitting too, like it sounded like they was in the cipher. I think that's what just makes them two almost separate themselves sometimes from the pack, man. Because it's like them the chicks that can rap with the best of them. You know what I'm saying?
And this thing, I've been on my bad boy game a little bit, man. Kim is the GOAT, man, in my opinion, man. I think like
Kim nice too.
So there was of course she didn't write a lot of joints, but her swag is so different, man.
She had a 5 mic album as well.
She did, but I will say too, she didn't get enough salutes. Nicki saluted her too late, man. She saluted her when people was kind of getting on her, like, you do realize you still in Kim swag.
I mean,
to the T
like
100% you biting.
Shout out to Ty Savage, man. Like,
you need to pay Kim homage.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, this thing, she got on her knees when she saw Lauryn Hill, but you over here dissing Lil Kim?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, hey, man, Ty's coming, Savage, man, coming in here getting busy, man. This is the thing, man. I like Cardi's swag. I wish Cardi had more than just making the Drake records. Like, I wish she had more.
I don't even think this Drake record. She's making them Offset. She's making Migos records.
Yeah, she's making Migos records.
I think so too.
It's all quality.
That might be the age coming out, man. I can't
influence.
Yeah,
it's all quality control influence.
Yeah. Do y'all ever see Megan like making a classic?
No.
Do y'all think she can spit?
Yeah,
she can rap.
Yeah. Megan can go. She can go.
She's not gonna make a classic.
Yeah, she ain't making a
classic. In fact, I would argue that all of the artists that Ty Savage just put down there, they're not gonna make.
They're not either. Because Iceberg said it. We've all said it. They making the same. They all talking about the same thing.
Same thing. Yep.
You can't make a classic like that.
You can't.
I think definitely Megan can spit. I wish she would get past like, oh, I'm trying to catch up with, like, it's all like LeBron was always chasing like MJ's ghost. It's like, dude, just hoop. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about records. Just hoop, my nigga. You gonna do your thing.
Right.
So I think Megan's kind of that same thing. Like, oh, I'm trying to get to Nike deals and, get on all these magazine covers. Just spit, man. You know what I'm saying? You can spit. I remember seeing a viral video of her just rapping in her neighborhood. She was crazy, man.
Yeah, but
and sexy at that point before she started looking like Stop. But I think, man, to me, people would take her more seriously if she stopped twerking. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's another thing too.
Stop twerking, man. And shout out to my girl Code from New York. Girl Codes, they was just on Sway in the morning freestyling. Girl Code is dope.
They are dope.
Yeah,
they dope, and they had a viral video where they rapped
sworn,
over Busta Rhymes.
They in the rap league too.
Joint. They killed that, man. Girl Code.
They in Remy Ma's rap league too.
Okay, Girl Code.
Yeah, they in there.
Yeah.
They need to be. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I said, Tom Savage coming in with the bangers, man. Yeah,
with the heat.
I mean, facts, man. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, man, we just want to have a little Saturday night, man. Chop it up with y'all, man, about just a little bit of everything, man. Like we want to talk about the female rappers, but like I said, shout out to Nicki, man. Like at the end of the day, man, what she's doing
14
is
billion is
salutable.
huge.
You know what I'm saying?
Huge,
but
man.
just for all the female rappers, man, we want to hear more storytelling. We want to hear more rap. We want to hear more.
We know y'all got it. We know y'all got it.
We know y'all can do the club stuff, man. Like, we want to hear the bars, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, go in and let's see them bars shine, man. Stop twerking, man. We don't need all that, man. Real talk. That's played out, in my opinion.
Now
where's the bars at, man?
Get off my line, but I don't care with the get off my line segment with the twerking. Like, I don't want to see that no more. Like, I'm good man. On that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm straight.
Yeah. I mean, he's right, man. Like, Cardi's voice, man, is like when she's just talking, man. It's like I love it, man. But I want to see more lyricism. Facts.
Yeah, she's definitely missing that element.
Yeah,
she's missing.
Shout
that
out Hip
element.
Hop VCR, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, peace,
man.
Appreciate y'all's
work harder, man. Real talk.
Appreciate y'all's top 5 too, man. On the female, tip.
We appreciate that.
Okay,
like look, Kim, Lauren, Curtis.
One thing we know,
busy, man. Yeah.
One thing we know is Light, Kim, and Lauren are consistent on everybody's list.
Oh yeah,
they consistent.
I wish Foxy would. And shout out to.
I wish she
Foxy,
had more
man.
work.
I
wish she had more work. That's the only thing.
Inga's different, man. Inga's different.
Y'all gotta remind me the dope rapper from Diggable Planets.
Shorty.
Yeah. She was hot, man. Diggable Planet.
I can't think of Shorty's name, but yeah, she's nice too, and her delivery crazy too.
It is.
Ladybug.
Yeah,
Ladybug Mecca.
She used to ride the beat differently, almost kind of like what Ty Savage was talking about, like in that Cardi B way, where it was just like it was like that. You know what I'm saying? Ladybug had that.
She did.
She had that.
Two downs too.
Y'all wilding with that MC Hammer though.
Wow. Get y'all, man. Y'all better watch out talking about Hammer like that. He gonna
right.
Hey, Hammer's gangster, man. Real talk.
The funky headhunter though. I just don't want to see that Pumps in the Bump video ever again in my life. That scarred like a lot of people, man. Like,
it did.
It scarred a lot of us.
Yeah, we just keep in the shiny suit pants, man. Keep moving. But no, like I said, man, we just wanted to give y'all a little something, man, for Saturday night, man. Hey, we appreciate the love, man. For sure. Mace's sister was dope. I wish they would have had a little bit more time to get with her, though. But like,
I know you got some footage on Stacy though, Hip Hop VCR. You got to. I bet she got like a good block freestyle footage out there somewhere where she's just going in. If you can find that, please post.
Please.
Again, like I said, if you're not looking at Hip Hop VCR, man, he went viral this week, man, with the MJ Mob Deep on the Summer Jam screen. Salute to you, my brother, man. Like I said, again, you making us work a little hard over here, man, because we just trying to just show you love, man, and also, man, just match the swag, man. Hey, man, we salute you, my brother, man. Like, the
swag is unmatched right now.
The swag is unmatched, man. Like I said, man, the hard work's paying off, man. And like again, Devon, man, all the guys that come out, man, and show us love on the lives, man. Again, salute to y'all, man.
Shout out to all y'all out there.
We gotta get y'all on a link one day so we can just chop one time, man. But we're gonna try to come up here every Saturday if we can. Just do some real hip hop. Wednesday we kind of do some topics and the daily little viral stuff, man. But just Wednesday, man, we want to talk hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? When the wife is over here tripping, you can come over here. We can just chop it up, man. This is Rap City, no basement. You know what I'm saying? But again, Jay Kent, Rebo P.
Facts.
Any shout outs before we get out of here, man?
Man, just shout out, man, to everybody, man. To Devon, Hip Hop VCR, Ty Savage, Curtis. Shout out to everybody. Y'all's female MC list. Amani Caesar. I forgot about her.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh,
you talking about bars.
You was talking about how dope she was, Cam.
Yeah, dude. When I seen Amani Caesar live,
you saw her in Vegas, right?
Yep, out in Vegas, man. With Conway and
Conway and them, yeah.
And them, yeah.
Benny and Benny.
Yeah, and Benny, man, she killed it. Every time she got pulled on stage.
I need to get into Lady London. She just dropped something with J. Cole.
Yeah, she did. Anytime they cut the beat off for you when you rhyming again, that's when you know you spitting. They did that for pause. They did that for Imani on stage. Her and Conway, the only two cats that had the beat cut off for them.
Yeah.
So, but shout out to y'all, man, for y'all's top fives. You definitely put some ladies on the list that I completely forgot, especially the Roxanne Shante. Yeah. How can I forget Roxanne Shante?
Hey, we're gonna do what Savage said, man. We gotta do the little 10-song verses, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we got to.
We'll do that next Saturday or something, man. Real talk.
Yeah. We need to put that on the list.
Yeah, man.
Real talk.
Yeah.
But shout out to all the folks though, for sure.
Hey, no, we gonna do that, man. Like I said again, man. Any shout outs we got here, BOP, man?
Same as what J Camp stated. We definitely appreciate you guys for chopping it up with us and sharing your list of your top 5 female MCs and just, your thoughts about the topic in general. Thanks for rocking with us and, Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous podcast as a whole. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate the guys, everybody out there that's not with us live tonight. Thanks for rocking with us in general. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and a shout out to all of the females in the music industry in general.
Still getting
it. That's trying to get it. All the above, because it is a lot harder for y'all to break ground than it is for us.
It is.
So we want to, give definitely just light to the legends and those who aren't legends but are just noteworthy of just a salute just all around. So shout out to y'all, particularly the ones that have a heart and mind for the culture, for the culture of hip hop and rap. So shout out to y'all. We love the ladies of hip hop and R&B music. Continue to do what you do. We would like to see some of y'all just improve upon that, but overall just keep doing what you got to do for your families and for the fans. And keep rocking with us. We keep rocking with you. And that's all I got to say. Iceberg, send us on home tonight, brother.
Hey, man, again, man, just shout out to all the peeps, man, that's holding us down on the live, man. We love you guys, man. We love just talking about hip-hop, man. That's why we here, man, on a Saturday night, man. Like I said, subscribe to the channel if you can. Share the videos, man. Again, follow Hip Hop VCR, man, on all social media. Follow us, Special Show, IG, everywhere else, man. Again, LB the Pop Father. Bebo P, J Camp, man. You know how we do, man. We out, man. Hey, y'all have a good night, man. Stay safe too.
Hey, salute.
Hold up. You're now listening to Fresh Out, the world's most dangerous music podcast on the OMG Network and rawcynic.com.